The Phillies have taken over. Look at this. Hey, everybody. It's Selena and Crockett, 100.7 LEV. Man, is this your celebratory act right here? It's like ghost of the
I
Phillies.
don't understand what's so funny.
Congratulations. Very exciting. So you have, how come you're not wearing that? I mean, it's a great time to be a Philadelphia sports fan for sure.
It's a little chilly, and my
Not
Phillies
bloody.
hoodie, I forgot
There you go.
my Phillies hoodie was in the garage, and so it was cold in the garage. So I wasn't gonna put a cold hoodie on in the morning. That's just a recipe for disaster. But yeah, what a wild kind of run. You know, I was trying to think back because it almost feels very, I don't want to say unbelievable, but very close. So when they won the World Series in 2008, it had been forever since a team in Philly won a world championship. But that team, like the year before, had lost to the Colorado Rockies, who just went on an absolute run and then ultimately lost in the World Series. They were playing as the best team in baseball. But after that season, you thought, okay, next year might be the year. So the anticipation was there all year long. This team in the offseason added some nice pieces, and you thought, okay, let's see if we can just get over the hump of not being in the playoffs in so long and just kind of get in there and see how it goes, and tough division. And they've just like they were miserable the last couple of weeks of the season. Like every chance they had to just wrap it up and get in the playoffs,
Yeah.
they would lose to bad teams. They almost kind of backdoored their way into the playoffs. They were the lowest seeded team. And then they've just,
Yeah.
they say it all the time, whatever sport it is, you catch fire at the right time, and they've done that. It almost thinks that they're going to have so many days off because you almost don't want that momentum to stop.
Yeah. So, yes, you're riding the wave. I mean, that's,
Yeah, 100%.
yeah. And I,
100%.
I am too. I got my red and white on. I don't have a jersey to put over my head, but I have my red and white on in honor of the Phillies going to the World Series. Very exciting. My son Cole had a rescheduled soccer game. Normally he doesn't have a soccer game on Sundays. And of course it started, he had to be out on the field at 4. So the game was in full effect when Cole's soccer game was going. And it's so funny because I know that his coach is a big Phillies fan because they were there during the playoffs, and he left. He just took off. Cole's team won. Okay, yeah, and he's gone. He
Yeah,
left because he
I don't
wanted to
blame them.
catch the end
Don't
of
blame them.
the baseball game. And so did we.
Um,
So did we. We caught the end. First of all, yelling at each other, trying to figure out what channel it was on. I couldn't find it. But yeah, we got to catch what was it? We got home in time for the bottom of the 8th. So oof.
just it's funny. So we were, I forget if we had even started. I can't even remember, but we were all like in the kitchen, living roomish area. And it was just one of those things where it was just like, just put it in a gap, just find a gap and tie the game. Just find a gap and tie the game. And as the at bat kept going on, I just kept thinking to myself, why would you pitch to this guy? He's literally the hottest hitter in baseball. He's the national, like there's a, put him on base and pitch to the next guy. And as the at bat kept going on, I was like, he's going to get a hold of one. I didn't think he was going to hit a home run. I was like, but he's definitely going to, he's just feeling this out. And then sure enough, he hit it. And even when he first hit it, I was like, just because it was a messy
You're talking
day,
about
you
Bryce
think,
Harper.
yes,
Yeah, so
yes,
if anyone trying to catch up
yes,
here, yeah, he's talking
sorry.
about Bryce Harper.
Um, and even when he hit it, I thought, okay, that's going to go in the game. I didn't think he hit it. He got all of it. And then you just see everybody turn back and the crowd starts going nuts. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's going to go. It's going to go.
Done.
And
Like,
sure enough, it
oh,
went.
no way. You know what I love to? I was watching the after game party. They were showing them, and my favorite is, I got geek out a little bit on watching the interviews. I'm like, okay, so how do they handle the interviews when they talk to the players? And my favorite part is they're talking to the players, but they keep asking the players, "What do you think about Bryce Harper?" It was like
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
it was like being in high school. You're like,
Yeah.
"Well, do you know the popular kid?"
Yeah.
They're
Well,
like,
what's great is,
"What about me, the player? What about me?" Like they don't wanna talk to you. I honestly, I didn't even know who it was because everyone's only talking about Bryce Harper. What do you think about playing with Bryce Harper? What do you think about Bryce Harper, the man?
Well, that's the big story going into the World Series is gonna be that Bryce Harper chose Philadelphia. He signed a 13-year contract to come here. Couldn't get the team over the hump for the longest time before this playoff, or they never even made the playoffs since he's been in Philadelphia. This is his 4th season, 3rd or 4th season in Philly. So, yes, and for him to have that moment was big. But to your point, there were so many different players who had you could have given they give a MVP in the NLCS and the ALCS, and obviously it went to Bryce Harper, but you could have given a number of guys that award because so many different guys stepped up at so
Yeah.
many different times. It felt like every player in the starting 9 had a moment, if not in this series, in the playoffs, and that's what's been so great. They've just kept on winning. Now,
Yeah.
they're going to take on a Houston Astros team that is a great team, has been great all season, hasn't lost a
That
game in the playoffs yet.
yeah, that was my very first Major League Baseball game. See, in Houston.
You
I
went to
got
the
this
Astrodome?
Yeah, the Astrodome. That was my very first game, even before a Phillies game, so that's pretty
How long ago
exciting.
was that?
Oh, I was a little Selena.
Okay,
Well,
so it
yeah,
was the
just
Astrodome
just
because
2
they've
inches.
been in there. I forget what it used to be Minute Maid Park, but they've been in their new stadium for like 15 years, maybe. But
Yeah, I was little. I was, maybe 9, seeing them, so it's gonna be interesting.
yeah, it's gonna be. We had kind of talked about it. I can't remember if we were talking about it before we started or if it was on the air, but it's almost you don't want the momentum to stop. They're not going to play until Friday. Will be game 1, and you've just been
So what do you do?
riding this
You
wave. Well, you don't have any choice. You got to wait till Friday
you
and
keep
go out and
playing in
get
the
it.
Link? Do they let you play? No, not the Link. Where did they
Citizens Bank? Yeah,
This
let's see
is the
if we can
Bank
get
one.
9 together. We'll
Yeah,
go out
help
and
them out.
practice with the
Help them
Phillies.
out.
Okay.
Good morning, Alita. Good morning, Don and Kelly. Thanks for checking in this morning. Um, on the way. Oh, what do we have going on? Oh, we got a lot going on. Ooh, don't forget we have our little pink dress party that is happening on Wednesday.
That's
We'll see you
crazy.
out on the
Yes.
dance floor. You can grab those tickets too at sweetdeals.com or
Sweetdeals.com.
WLEVradio.com. We also
WLVradio.com.
the Little Pink October auction too. All right, we're gonna
Can't wait.
have a wonderful Monday. Good to see y'all again.